Hey, how's it going? You know, when I normally post a video, it's got a theme, it's got a reason, it's got editing, all that good stuff. And I really just wanted to start posting some content that was just impromptu. You know, getting to know you, just sharing little bits and pieces and thoughts and parts of my life, just putting myself out there more. So while this won't be very long, I just wanted to take a minute and talk about what's going on with my bike, which is the big news for me. For the past 2 weeks or so, I have been riding the Sportster. That's right. Now, I like to pick on Sportsters as well as the next guy. It's just the thing to do. It's just fun. But I think I have a little bit of privilege because I own one. So I'm just having fun with it, Not only do I own one, but stock pipes, stock intake. It's a stock 883 super low. Now, technically, this is my wife's bike. Well, technically, I guess since my name's on the paperwork, it's mine, but it's really my wife's bike. So as much as I'd like to, I can't really build it up and make it a sleeper, which I would love to do. Just make this thing rocket fast and keep all the 883 badging on it. Just start walking away with pink slips. Does that still happen? Do people still do that? But that's what I'd like to do. Unfortunately, since it's her bike, she doesn't ride it, so I end up riding it most of the time. But because it is hers, she could at any given time decide she wants to ride it. So I want to keep it pretty underpowered because I don't want her to have to get onto a speed rocket as a beginner bike. Now, I did put the forward controls on it because, I'm almost 6 feet. I can't ride that thing without my knees being in my armpits. So you may ask, well, Chris, where's your beautiful wide glide? Here's the thing about that. I took it into the shop for just service. I get service every 2,500 miles off of the service package I have. So I'm like, change the oil, check it out, etc. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what kind of a biker are you if you don't do your own service? And I know how to change the oil. But here is why I don't do it myself. When I took it down, they called me a couple days later and said, oh, by the way, you've got a leak in your front cylinder. Do you want us to fix it? Well, yes, please. So they pulled the front cylinder apart, and then they called me a couple days later and said, you got a lot of wear and tear inside this engine, and we're going to try and get you a new long block. Now, mine's a 2013. It's well out of the factory warranty. But here's the thing. I didn't get the factory warranty, but when I started getting up over 72,000 miles or so, I thought, if I'm going to get an extended warranty, this would be the time, because they won't sell you one if your bike has 75,000 miles or more on it. Harley won't sell you an extended warranty. There's probably third parties that'll do it, but just Harley warranty. So I got the warranty at 72,000, 73,000, something like that. So now I'm getting a new engine. The beauty part is there's a $50 deductible. I'm a little concerned because I've only got close to 80,000 miles on my engine, and they say there's a lot of wear and tear, so I'm not really sure what caused that. Does that mean in another 80,000 I'm going to end up putting another engine in it? I mean, I could start saving money for the new engine now, because by that time I'll be out of warranty, unless I do it in the next 5 years. I could do that. Well, the next 4 years, because it's been about a year. I could do that. I could put another 80,000 miles on it in 4 years. Get a new engine out of it just before it falls out of warranty. But it was really perfect timing to get an engine rebuild, and it's not going to cost me a lot of money. So this all started about a week and a half ago. When they first called me, they said it would probably take about 2 weeks. They called me last week and said that it was approved. Now, Myrtle Beach Bike Week is going on, so they're usually pretty tapped for labor during that. So I don't know how long it's going to take. It might take a little bit longer than normal, but I'm just waiting to get it back at any time, and I'm pretty psyched about it. Unfortunately, I'll have to go through a break-in period again. It's really tough keeping off the throttle. Maybe that's why I have so much engine wear. I don't know. The end game is that I'm going to get a new engine, or most of a new engine, for $50 or so. So that's not a bad deal. I would say if you've got a Harley with less than 75,000 miles on it and you ride it a lot like I do, once you start getting up in mileage, stuff starts breaking. And I don't know about you, but I don't have a lot of money. I can't afford to fix major repairs if they break. So that's where that sits. So I've been riding the Sportster in the meantime. I call it my expensive moped. Because, you know, if I can make fun of other people's Sportsters, I can certainly make fun of mine too. Actually, I was thinking the other day when I was going into work, pretty blessed really, because my other vehicle is still a Harley Davidson. So that's not such a bad thing. But I do miss my baby. I can't wait to get her back. I need to get it back soon so I can do the break-in before the smoke out up in Rockingham, North Carolina. Maybe I'll call them tomorrow and bug them and see how it's coming. I'll be that guy. So anyways, that's just a little update. I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I really just kind of want to throw more content up here. You know, I certainly want to keep the once a week going, and if I can post more on a regular basis, I will. But with these little tidbits, these little chats, I can just throw it up any old time. And I'm going to do that. So there you go. Oh, before I let you go, the weekend's coming. And if you don't have any plans for a ride, here's some ideas for you. If you're anywhere near a town or a city that was mentioned in music, you know, Nutbush, Tennessee comes to mind, Galveston, you know, any place that was mentioned in a song, go check out that city. I was reading a thing today on Generation X, and they were pointing out some of the things that are memories of Generation X, and one of the things they brought up was the Challenger incident, which I've talked about on here a couple of times. One right idea is if you're near a city or a town where one of the Challenger astronauts was from, or one of the Columbia for that matter, go check it out. There's usually monuments or that kind of thing. Another idea that I had at one point was to do a tour of all the towns and cities that the original Friendship 7 astronauts were from. That would be a blast, and it would be a great ride. There's always good places to ride, and they don't always stem from motorcycle-centric stuff. Sometimes it helps to be a collector because you start thinking that mindset of collections and things that group together. Find something that groups together and go ride it. Thanks for joining me. I absolutely appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.